everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As was his squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Blue Devils offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a really nice job on the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. That's the kind of play that can really get... as they have a first down at the 43.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's King. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Anthony. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator who's coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Fires to the wideout. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself, in for 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
I I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Boom. Smashes through the tackle. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pass their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Nestled just inside that right upright. They're up by a touchdown here in the first. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, we have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Second down coming up. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He lets one fly deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you're going to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Another incompletion on third down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the tailback. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He leaves it with his back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Under fire. That's caught. It's Brown. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Smashes through the tackle. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little extra time. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sellers. They go to the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The sure hands, it's Bennett. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to beat the D deep. Catch inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's still a 1-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Miami. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're setting up the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They punt it away on 4th down. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot and see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll go to the counter play. Makes him talk to the hand. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Blue Devils will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Bennett. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds some fresh air. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now the toss. Right midfield, he's got room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Sellers. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That's caught. It's Bennett. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. In this defense, his head is spinning.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Finds his target down the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To the air, it's Sellers. Finds his man, it's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one. It's complete. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Devils have this offense rolling. Takes the handoff. It's Moore. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat right there. He slips them out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Dead center perfect. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Off the play fake on 1st down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, if you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Snagged in the middle. It's Bennett. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. One man in the backfield and he gets it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game,
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up in the 28. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rush is on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on, this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room. That
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
I love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. You know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that third down, you dial up the play action to keep the chains moving.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Insult, enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to...
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Duke. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all.
Fires one high and deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Sends it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks. And you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it